Hello, I'm Murray Newlands. Welcome to Murray Newlands TV. You're watching TubeTime, where I interview famous YouTubers about how they got there, what they're doing, what they like doing. Today I'm speaking with Bryan. He's been really successful in building his interview series, where he interviews band members and really gets a lot of take up. He's recently been written up in the New York Times, as well as a number of other publications. Bryan, how did you get started?
Yeah, well, I went to college to be like a TV person. I was gonna be, I went to broadcast journalism. I wanted to be on the news and do be the reporter you see on TV. But unlike most people, I guess, I put my videos and projects that I did there, I put them on YouTube. And I guess maybe it's because of my weird hair, my quirky personality, or the fact that I always wear blue, but something about it seemed to really attract people. And the interviews that I was doing with, at first it was athletes and stuff, but mainly bands, started to earn me subscribers. And through that, I was able to get an internship with the TV station. I got bigger interviews with bands like Slipknot and American Idol, and I just kept posting more and more interviews, getting more and more subscribers, and eventually it just became like a YouTube thing. And I think the main reason I've gotten so big, though, is I ask crazy questions that no one else would even think to ask. So it's been pretty crazy.
So what have been some of the best questions you've asked that got a real shock value?
Well, I think my trademark question is, if you were a porn star, what would be your porn star name?
Okay.
I lead off every single interview, almost every single interview with that question. I think it sets a nice tone for people that have never done an interview with me. It's like, oh, okay, this is different. Like, this is going to be a different interview. And actually, it's kind of fun. Like, the bands that are actually fans of the show that have been watching it for several years get really excited. They're like, oh, yes, all right, I've been waiting for this for years, man. Woo, all right, let's go. So, it's become like my trademark thing, but we do other crazy stuff as well. Like, I have a prop box where bands can get out like hats and like all kinds of crazy stuff, and they can dress up. Let's see. I mean, we just do all kinds of crazy stuff. We call fans, we prank call fans on the phone. We'll like pretend we're Justin Bieber. We'll just do stuff that no one else will do during interviews. So, we like to have fun and be crazy and keep the fans entertained.
And what's something that not a lot of people know about you?
Let's see. Well, a lot of people don't know that maybe I do this full-time, but I'm actually a full-time YouTuber. I wake up and the first thing I do is start editing today's video or putting up today's project. And I guess the other thing people don't know is that I'm from Nebraska. I think people assume that, oh, he's a guy who interviews bands, so he must be from Los Angeles and he must have an agent and he must, make all this money. But I'm actually just like a kid, basically, from Nebraska that goes around, interviewing bands in the middle of nowhere. Like, half the time I'm out like in venues in the middle of cornfields, and like we're like the only people there, and I'm hanging out with rock stars. So, but I think that's what works, is that I get these bands in a really relaxed environment, and I'm just a kid in a blue shirt asking them silly questions. But the fans love it.
So what have been some of the craziest things your fans have done? Because obviously you've got lots of fans who love you, they're really engaged. What crazy things are they now doing?
Well, the fans, it really is a fan-driven show. I'd say probably the best thing they've done is they've gotten some of the biggest stars from the scene that I like to cover to come on the show. I've actually had band members with hundreds of thousands of Twitter followers say, I have to do an interview with you because your fans will not leave me alone. Like,
Fantastic.
They tweet me and text me and like are constantly messaging me to do an interview with you. Like, it's nonstop. So my fans love the show. They're very passionate about it, and they will literally do everything they can to make sure their favorite bands get on the show. So that's probably the craziest thing they've done. A few times my phone number's gotten out, and I'll get phone calls from my viewers as well, but that's pretty cool. I don't really mind. It's always cool to like actually talk to people who are watching your show.
So what shows do you watch, and who do you think I should interview next?
Well, as a YouTuber, I actually probably like my YouTube idol or my favorite YouTuber is Shane Dawson. He has about 3 million subscribers, and I started watching him really early in his YouTube career. But one of the coolest things about my job is that it allows me to meet really important, really interesting people. And I was actually had the opportunity to interview Shane Dawson a couple weeks ago in Los Angeles because of my YouTube channel. You know, I just tweeted him. I said, "Hey, can we do this interview?" All of my fans tweeted him, and he saw it, and I got to do an hour-long interview with like my favorite YouTuber, which is Shane Dawson, and it went really well. But again, I think that's the coolest part about my job is that when I see someone I like whether it be a band or a YouTube star or even like, you know, just someone that I think is interesting,
I have an opportunity to reach out to them and
and ask them whatever I want, like literally anything I want. So it's a really cool job, and I can't thank everyone that supported me enough for letting me, you know, do this for a career.
Who are some up-and-coming YouTubers as well?
Sorry, what?
Who are some up-and-coming YouTubers who you like to watch, who you see is kind of moving ahead?
Yeah. Well, I recently did an interview with a guy by the name of Deefizzy. He's a very, very popular YouTuber. He's sort of like the next Shane Dawson, like similar fan base, similar style, just kind of funny, crazy videos. But I also interviewed him in Los Angeles, and me and him are kind of on the same level. We have, you know, a similar amount of fans. He's a little bit bigger, but you know, we actually text now, and we did an interview at Disneyland. Actually, that's kind of a funny story. We actually went to Disneyland, snuck into the Disneyland hotel, and did an interview in the Disneyland hotel with like security was walking by, and we were like playing with bananas and like, you know, putting on hats and costumes and dancing and like doing this crazy interview. We weren't even supposed to be there. Like we didn't pay or anything. Like we just snuck into the Disneyland hotel. But so yeah, he's one of my favorite YouTubers. We did a really great interview, which will be coming out soon. And yeah, he's probably my favorite up-and-coming YouTuber.
And for someone who's getting started, who wants to do more YouTube videos and be successful, what tips would you have?
Well, first thing I'd say is it's not easy. Like, if you want to do this, it's going to take tons of time. Like, personally, I pour 8, 9, 10 hours a day into my YouTube channel.
Right.
Replying to comments, you know, editing thumbnails. But I mean, it's pretty simple. Make videos that you would want to watch, you know? If you're throwing up a video that you don't think is worth watching, no one else is going to watch it either. So put up videos that you want to watch, and then when you do get viewers and someone comments or someone leaves a message, thank them for watching. Go to their channel and, you know, personally invite them to come watch another one. On Twitter, reply to every tweet that you get, you know? Like, it's all about building your fan base by engaging them, you know? Like, the thing is, like, I think most people think I'm a YouTube star, like, I'm better than everyone, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not what it's about. A real YouTube star is really devoted and spends all of his time giving back to his viewers. So make videos that you would want to watch, and then you're going to have to give everything you have back to your audience. Replying to your fans, making videos that they want to watch, and just literally keeping them happy, because at the end of the day, without your fans, you have nothing. So,
excellent. One last word for your fans?
To anyone that's watching, thank you guys so much for supporting me and helping me get to where I am on YouTube. And if you are watching for the first time, again, my name is Bryan Stars. I always wear blue. And I interview rock stars and ask them what their porn star name is, among other crazy shit. So if you like that kind of thing, come check it out. It's youtube.com/BryanStars. And I'm much funnier. I'm being serious with the interview, but we're pretty crazy on the show. So come check it out.
Thank you very much. I'm Newlands. You've been watching TubeTime. I'll see you next time.